All right, good evening. I want to bring forth tonight selfish gain, just a short talk on that and what the Bible teaches about it. Selfish gain, says that's a short gain. Selfish gain. In our lives, we often encounter the temptation to put our own interests above everyone else. It's a natural instinct to want to secure the best for ourselves. The Bible calls us to a different standard. Now, this list is going to be some of what I would call the opposite of selfish gain. And I just want to leave this up here for everybody to kind of take a look at while I go through this lesson, just to remind ourselves how we need to avoid selfish gain and to help others. In Matthew 6, Jesus warns us about practicing righteousness for the sake of being seen. He tells us that when we give, we should do so in secret, not announcing it with trumpets or like the hypocrites do. The essence of teaching is humility. Doing good not to praise or reward, but because it's the right thing to do. Luke 6:31 reminds us of the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. This simple yet profound principle guides us to consider the impact of our actions on others, encouraging us to act with empathy and compassion. 1 Peter 4 speaks about the end of all things being near and urges us to be self-controlled and sober-minded. It emphasizes love, hospitality, and using our gifts to serve others. It's called a stewardship. This used to have been giving not for selfish gain, but for good for others in the glory of God. 1 John 3 challenges us to love not just in words, but in actions and truth. It questions how God's love can abide in someone who, having the means to help a brother in need, chooses instead to close their heart. And finally, Psalms 119 is a prayer asking God to lead us away from selfish gain and towards his commandments. It's a plea for guidance to focus on what truly gives life God's way. The Bible consistently teaches us to look beyond our own desires and to consider the well-being of others. It's a message that countercultural in many ways, but one that promises a richer, more fulfilling life, not just for ourselves, but for the community at large and our brothers and sisters in Christ. And if there's any need of the church and any prayers or from this congregation, please stand as we sing our song.